Hi, in this video, I want to discuss SSS contribution collection list, or what you call the R3. So what is R3, or the contribution collection list? So it's actually a report that contains the contribution details of current members or employees, and is submitted monthly by the company. So in other words, every time companies remits the SSS premium of the employees, they need to produce this list. So there are three ways to submit this list. Number one is, of course, the manual entry, where you go to the SSS portal and then enter all the premium of the employees, which is, of course, quite tedious. And the other one is you download the R3 file generator, but of course, you still need to do some configuration and some data entries. And of course, the easiest one is the number 3, which is using a system that generates R3 automatically, like HR Tech. And this is the one I will show you in this video. Now, to generate R3, all you have to do is to go to the payroll, and then from here, okay, go to operation, and then generate R3. And then on this pop-up, you put here the applicable month, let's say October, and then year 2020, which is the current year, and then generate. So once it's generated, you can now save it to your computer. So let us now see what file was generated. So this is the file that was generated. So let's study each column one by one. So the first column, if you go to the file structure, so these are the rules for the file structure. So these characters are not valid, okay? And then all characters must be in uppercase. So it should be saved and generated as plain text, and it should be delimited by semicolon. So the first column is actually the employer number. Second column is the SSS branch code of the company. Okay, so let me show you on the text file. So these two, so this one is the SSS number of the company, and this one is the SSS branch code. So where is the source of this data? So if we go to HR Tech, okay, let me close this. On the settings, company, so each company has its own SSS number and branch code. So this is the source of that data. Okay, so the next columns are the SSS number of the employee, last name, given name, suffix, and then the middle initial. So if you go to the file, this is actually the SSS number, the last name of the employee, first name, and this suffix, and also the middle initial. Now regarding suffix, this is actually the name that is being added after your last name. For example, senior, junior, or if you are a PhD, okay, and so on. So where is the source of this data? If we go to HR Tech employee, let me open one employee. So this is actually the first name, the middle name, and the last name, and of course the suffix. Okay, so on the next column, this 25046.12, this is actually the gross pay of the employee, so, or actual compensation in the file structure. And then the next one will be remarks or status. So in our case, is this one. So it is 1. Now what are the rules in putting the remarks or status? So according to SSS, so N is the default value, 1 is newly hired. So newly hired meaning when the employee's date hired is within the current month that is being remitted, which is in our case it's October, and also the year is 2020. So terminated means if the employee has been separated for the company or was separated for the company on the current month and year. And then 3 is no earnings, of course, if the gross pay is 0. So if we take a look at our file, so for Abad Kim is actually 1. So why it's 1? If you go to the employee master, so Abad actually was hired this month, October 6, 2020. So that's why it is 1 and there is no separation date. Okay? So that's the rule for putting the uh, this column. Okay? And as you can see, the other employees are 0 gross pay, so that's why their status is 3 or no earning. Okay? So the next column is actually the termination date or hire or termination date, which is MMDDYY. So it depends. If it is newly hired employees, this date will be the date hired. If the employee is separated, it will be the separation date. So let me show you. So if it is a new employee, it is this date hired. And if it is terminated employees, this date. So in our case, if we go to the file, so Abad was hired on October 6, 2020, so that's why it's 10/06/2020. And the last one is actually the position of the employee. And as it says, it should be null if the remark or status is N2 or 3. So if we go to the file, so since all of these are 3, so the last one is null. Okay? So yeah, that's it. That's how easy it is to create the R3 in HR Tech. So if you have any question, just put it on the comments below. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.